Out and About TV, travel, adventure, and RVs. Join Sharon and Tom each week as they travel America in a 30-foot trailer exploring and living the RV lifestyle. From trip and product reviews to RV show reports and an unfiltered look at life on the road. This is the show for you. Welcome.
What a day for a daydream, custom made for a daydreaming boy. Hey, welcome. Well, you know, there's something about being in the woods that's just good for your soul, isn't it? We got the babbling brook in the background there and borrowed airstream. It's good to have friends. And I got my RV nerd herd, Josh, over there at Bish's t-shirt there, and camping season is underway. I'm Tom McAuliffe. Welcome to Out and About. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Where we aggregate all the best content on the web relating to RVing and camping, as well as our own journey. Sharon and I. Sharon's over in Europe right now, and she's working on a bunch of really cool recipes and kind of checking out what they're doing over there. She's over there on business, but she's also our spy over there looking at, how do they RV over in Europe? I have no idea. But I do know they call it caravanning. Yeah, so they're caravanning over there. And the other thing, we're new. We've got about 5 or 6 episodes in the can, and things are going really well. We're looking forward. I've received a couple of very quiet emails that people don't want to go public, but send us an email. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what your favorite online sites are and sources of information. We'd love to hear from you. Just send an email to the email on the bottom of the screen there. We're looking to interview. We are looking to interview influencers, hosts, full-time and part-time RVers, full and part-time RVers, influencers. So I'll be reaching out, or you reach out, and we'd love to interview you and pass along the knowledge, yeah? We've got a great episode for you this week. We're going to talk a little bit about one of the most critical things about towing safety, and that's tires. Tires are just critically important, and we have some special things that we need to do with tires as towers. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that. We got a great news segment for you, as well as a feature on summer trips. Summertime is here now, and things are warming up, and people are hitting the highways and byways. And so we've got 5 great summer trips for you to think about to keep things cool over the summer. Also, 2 exciting things. We got a Starlink Mini, and we're experimenting with that, and I'll have a full report about that. And we now have the Out and About Air Force. We have a drone, and I'm learning how to use that to bring you great footage, as well as for just lots of handy things. You want to know how your boondocking, and you want to know how your site relates to other sites. You go up there and take a look. And my friend is a big-time fisherman here on the Emerald Coast, here on the Florida Panhandle, and he uses his drone. He's got a really mini drone, kind of a really small one, and puts his lure and bait and hook on there and flies it out where he could never reach with a cast, and drops it, and that's how he casts and gets his lure out there. Kind of interesting. So we're going to be talking all about that. Got lots to talk about, and away we go.
About TV. We've done the legwork for you, watching, analysing and curating the top RV YouTube channels that cover everything from trailers and fifth wheels to vans and mobile homes. Whether you're a full-time RVer, a weekend warrior, or just a RV curious wannabe, we will help you find the very best channels and provide some unique content of our own. Channels that entertain, educate, and inspire with hosts that have the heart of a teacher. These RV YouTubers have turned their passion into full-time careers, influencing the RV community and even shaping industry trends. Stop by and we will examine what these channels are covering. And it is more than just entertainment. Just consider Out and About your personal digital campfire for all things RV.
From the air, from the land, the latest in news and perspectives. Time now for news on Out and About. I'm Tom McAuliffe. Lots happening in the RV and camping communities this time around, so let's get right underway. First up, Yakima is expanding its bike racks and RV accessories just in time for the summer camping season. The supplier is going to add a step-up and step-up swing to its bike rack line. The company has updated its hold-up cradles platform and also released a special edition overhaul shadow edition targeting at overlanding and RV consumers. You know, you got to store your toys, right, as you go. The step-up swing pivot takes the entire bike rack away from the tow vehicle, and the step-up swing enables truck bed access without unloading the bikes. And if you've ever done that, you know what a hassle it can be. You got to take the bikes off, open them, take the stuff out of the bed, put the stuff, then put the bikes back. You know, it's yeah. The step-up swing enables truck bed access without unloading the bikes. The rack tilts, folds flat when not in use, and installs securely inside the Yakima Speed Wedge system. The new overhaul Shadow Edition turns a truck bed into a modular base camp. It's a new offering. The rack adjusts from 19 to 30 inches and supports up to 500 pounds on-road and 300 pounds off-road. It basically turns your truck bed into a mini camper, fresh air camper. But yeah, Yakima's got some great stuff going on for this year. Moving forward in news, there's a new partnership in town. RV Overnights, a membership platform connecting RV travelers with unique overnight stays in the United States and Canada, recently announced a new partnership with Girl Camper. They're a national community of women campers inspiring thousands to embrace outdoor adventures, travel, and community connection. The partnership creates new opportunities for women RVers to discover new destinations, connect with a supportive community, and enjoy memorable overnight stays across the country, according to the release. As part of the collaboration, Girl Camper members will receive a complimentary first-year membership to RV Overnights, included with joining the Girl Camper membership rolls, and that gives them unique access to overnight stays at farms, wineries, distilleries, special places. It's very cool within the overnight stays, the RV Overnight Host Network. They're a little bit like Harvest Host, yeah, a little bit. RV Overnight members will receive a free complimentary digital subscription to the award-winning Girl Camper magazine, which features inspirational camping stories and tips, gear recommendations, recipes, and stories from women who love the outdoors. Nothing wrong with that. Through this partnership, both organizations aim to inspire more travelers, especially women, to explore the RV lifestyle and create meaningful travel experiences. RV Overnights is a membership platform that connects RV travelers with over 1,400 unique overnight parking spaces across the United States and Canada. They have a curated network of farms, wineries, breweries, distilleries, attractions, and unique small businesses, as we've talked about. Now, on the other hand, Girl Camper is a leading media and community platform dedicated to helping women embrace the camping lifestyle. They evangelize through their magazine, their podcast, digital resources, online. They have events and chapters across the United States. And Girl Camper does a really wonderful job inspiring women of all experience levels to build confidence, connect with others, and explore the great outdoors. Moving forward, in product news, Clear Concepts has released its fire blanket and hopes to cover the RV industry. Home and outdoor safety supplier Clear Concepts, clear with a K, is introducing its new silicone fire blanket to RV dealerships across the country as a compact alternative to fire extinguishers. You know, fire extinguishers are kind of bulky and have to be mounted on the wall and a little bit difficult to operate for some folks. With a fire blanket, you just put it right over that fire back there, and it puts that fire out. Yeah. The company says the majority of RV fires start where people cook. That makes sense. In the galley, around the range, or outdoor at the grill. In a compact living space such as an RV, fire dangers are pronounced and immediate. And unlike bulky extinguishers like we talked about, that can be messy. If you've ever used a fire extinguisher, the cleanup afterwards is almost as bad as the fire. A fire blanket is easy. You set it and forget it. It's essential. It stores easily in tight spaces and cabinets, and you can deploy it instantly, smothering a small grease fire before it spreads through the entire rig. No chemicals, no cleanup, just a fast, simple layer of fire suppression. The Clear fire blanket is a 40-inch square, silicone-coated UM9 fiberglass fire blanket. Say that quickly 3 times. The silicone coating results in a higher temperature rating, and the blanket features a small weave for higher density and better extinguishing performance. Founded more than 13 years ago, Clear Concepts designs and manufactures safety products. The company was the first to introduce fire blankets into the United States and recently announced a national partnership with the National Park Foundation. Check that out, the Clear Fire Blanket. Moving forward, there's a new RV manufacturer in town, and they've held their official U.S. launch. Skydream Technology California, LLC, held its official launch last month at Hayes Mansion in San Jose, California. I've been there. The budding RV manufacturer welcomed dealers, media, and strategic partners for a keystone presentation and the first U.S. showcase of Skydream's new flagship travel trailer, Space Camping. Skydream said it was founded on the observation that modern travel trailers have not kept pace with the technological transformations of modern life. That's true. Skydream President of America, Walter Kuto, said that space camping is what Skydream believes the future of mobile living should look like. Quote, Skydream is not here to make a better version of what already exists, Kuto said. We're here because the category is overdue for a genuine rethink. I agree. And quote, we have built a team and a technology to do just that. The company highlighted 3 intelligent features it believes separates the new space camping line of campers from current RVs. 1, intelligent mobility. 2, intelligent energy. And 3, intelligent living. Intelligent mobility consists of a hydraulic suspension that neutralizes trailer sway in real time, automotive grade braking, motor assist that makes towing measurably easier on the tow vehicle, and fully automated hitching. From reading the release, you basically can push a button and this damn thing will park itself. It also includes a trailer-specific auto part system that handles that positioning and continuously monitoring through a full surround camera system. When they talk about intelligent energy, it includes a high-capacity LFP battery system with an integrated solar system that supports weeks of fully off-grid living with air conditioning and a refrigerator. Wow. Imagine being able to go out to the middle of nowhere for 2 weeks and not have to worry about anything. The San Jose launch marks the start of Skydream's North American dealer network build-out. The company said dealers and distribution partners can learn more and submit inquiries online. The first deliveries of space camping are targeted for December 2026. They are expected to exhibit at the Hershey RV show and price around $120,000 to $140,000, depending on how it's configured. Next up in the news this time around, wow, nationwide gas prices have hit $4 a gallon. And I think some people are going to have to adjust their summer travel plans. RVers across the United States are seeing a familiar number again at the pump. The national average price for regular gasoline has risen to about $4.02 per gallon, according to the AAA. This marks the first time the average has crossed that level since 2022, right before COVID, right after COVID hit. Just a month earlier, the national average was around $2.98, showing just how quickly prices have increased. The increase comes as global oil prices rise amid tensions and the war in the Middle East, along with the seasonal shift to more expensive summer blend gasoline. When they switch over to the summer blend of gasoline, it's more expensive. Prices also vary widely state by state. California drivers, for example, are paying roughly $5.89 a gallon, while Oklahoma drivers average closer to $3.27. I think here, when I passed by the gas station the other day, we were somewhere, around $3.79. Analysts say that higher fuel costs ripple throughout the economy, raising transportation expenses and eventually affecting prices for everyday goods across the board. Diesel prices have climbed as well, adding pressure for freight companies and businesses that rely on shipping. Energy analysts say that several developments could bring relief, including increased oil production, releases from the Strategic Oil Reserve. But even then, lower oil prices do not always translate into immediate savings at the pump. Once they raise the price, they never want to lower the price. As warmer weather approaches and is here, travel demand is growing, and fuel costs may indeed continue to rise and affect your road trip plans across the country and this summer. And that's some of the news that you can use here at Out and About TV. I'm Tom McAuliffe. Each week, we'll give you the very latest on news from the RV and camping industries. Summertime and the living's easy. The dude thinks he can sing. There's a moment every summer, along about late July or so, when the heat stops being fun and starts feeling like sheer survival. The air gets thicker, the pavement radiates, the nights don't cool down, and that's when you realize you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's right, because somewhere right now, the air is crisp, the water is cold, and the crowds, they're a whole lot thinner. This summer, we're not chasing the sun, we're escaping it. Go north, young man and woman. Go north. The Great White North. First stop, the towering beauty of Mount Rainier National Park in Washington State. Even in the middle of summer, you're looking at snowfields, glaciers, and the alpine air that feels like a deep breath you didn't know you needed. Down below, beautiful wildflower meadows explode with color. Up top, temperatures that remind you what cool actually feels like. And when that mountain comes out, it doesn't just dominate the skyline, it owns it. Mount Rainier isn't just a mountain. It's a 14,400-foot active volcano that dominates over 236,000 acres of protected wilderness. Every year, around 2 to 2.5 million visitors make the trip. But here's the trick. Most of them stay low. They stay at the lower elevations. If you head into the higher elevations, Paradise or Sunrise, you'll find cool alpine air in the 50s and 60s, even in July and August. Glaciers fill and feed icy rivers. Snow lingers well into the summer. It's one of the few places in the lower 48 during summer where you can stand in a t-shirt and still see winter over there. Next, we head east to one of the true crown jewels in the American park system, Glacier National Park. This is where cold lives. Glacier lakes so blue that they don't look real, and water so cold it'll wake you up instantly. And roads like the legendary Going to the Sun Road, where every turn feels like a postcard. If summer heat is your enemy, then this place should be on your escape plan. Glacier, over 1 million acres of rugged wilderness along the Canadian border. It draws about 3 million visitors every year, but it never feels crowded once you step off the main road. This is classic glacial terrain, sharp peaks, deep valleys, and over 700 lakes, many carved by ice thousands of years ago. Summer highs, usually 60, 70 degrees, and the water, oh, straight from melting glaciers, barely above freezing. You don't just visit Glacier National Park, you experience it, you feel it. Now let's slow things down a little bit. Voyageurs National Park is purely different. This is a water world. No crowds, no traffic, just lakes and islands and silence. You can explore by boat, by kayak, or even rent a floating cabin. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. My friend, he's got waders. He's got this round kind of inner tube thing with legs in. He doesn't get wet, and he sits in there and he just floats around. He also keeps his fish on a stringer on his waist, and I tell him that a shark is going to come and introduce himself. We'll talk about that. But yeah, just lakes and islands there at Voyageurs National Park. You can explore by boat, and at night you look up, and sometimes the sky comes alive with the stars and the northern lights. If you've never seen the northern lights, I just saw them late in life for the first time. They'll make an impression on you. Cool air, cold water, and total peace of mind. Voyageurs National Park flips the whole idea of a national park on its head. Spanning about 218,000 acres, it's almost entirely water. A maze of lakes, channels, islands, right along the Canadian borders. It sees fewer than 250,000 visitors a year, making it one of the least crowded national parks in the entire country. To be frank, I didn't really know it existed until I was doing research. Summer temperatures hit 70 during the day, but nights can drop into the 50s. And with all that water around you, it always feels cooler. No roads deep inside equals no traffic, just you, the water, and the sound of a lot of nothing. Now let's head into the Great Lakes region, my home stomping grounds, where fresh water acts like a natural air conditioner. And there's an underrated gem of the Midwest, what we call the Great Michigan Lighthouse Trail. Stretching around the coast of the Mitten along Lake Huron, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, this route gives you cool lake breezes and historic lighthouses, beaches that feel more like the ocean, just colder. The Great Lakes state has more lighthouses than just about any other state, more than 50, and more than half allow you to tour them, and some even host a hostel or an overnight accommodation. Some are still fully operational, run by the Coast Guard, if I'm not mistaken, or the Department of Transportation. Tucked right into all of this is Interlochen State Park, one of my favorites. I've been going there since I was, a teenager. Now, it's the oldest state park in the country, just outside Traverse City, Michigan, with tall pines and clear lakes and temperatures that stay comfortable even when the rest of the country is melting. Interlochen State Park on Lake Michigan may be smaller, just over 180 acres, but it sits between two beautiful lakes, has towering pines that keep things shaded and cool. You know, this area sees steady summer traffic, but nothing like the big national parks. It gives you space to breathe. Daytime temps usually 70 or 80 degrees, but the lakes keep the air moving. In the site that we were in, you walk down these stairs and you're boom, you're right in the water. In Lake Michigan, the water stays cold, often in the 50s and 60s, perfect for cooling off. Maybe a little shocking at first, but that's the point. This is summer the way it used to feel. And finally, let's go all the way to the other edge of the country, up to Maine and beautiful Acadia National Park. This is where the mountains meet the sea. Cool Atlantic air rolls in, waves crashing against granite cliffs, and mornings starting with the first sunrise in America. You hike, you breathe, you slow down. And yeah, maybe you grab a lobster roll or two while you're at it. Acadia, about 49,000 acres of rugged Maine coastline, drawing roughly 4 million visitors a year. But thanks to its spread out geography, mountains, forests, coastline, it feels rarely overcrowded or overwhelming. Here, the Atlantic Ocean controls everything. Summer nights stay in the 60s to the low 70s, and cool ocean breezes keep it comfortable, even in midday. The water, cold, always cold. The landscape, beautiful cliffs, crashing waves, and forests that feel totally untouched. It's not just cooler here, it's calmer. Acadia National Park. So there's the move this summer. Don't fight the heat. Outsmart it. You're mobile. Remember that. Head north. Head higher. Head toward the water. Because the best camping trips aren't about sweating it out. They're about waking up to cool air, cool water, and that feeling. Ooh, that cool feeling in the summer. That together with your rig, you found something better. When the heat starts closing in, remember this, you got lots of options, mobile options. Air cav, son, air cav. Higher elevation, northern latitudes, cooler temps and cooler waters. That's the formula. Cool water, cool temperatures, northern climates. That's the formula. And once you experience it, you'll never do summer the same way again. Where the pedal hits the metal and the rubber meets the road. They're often overlooked, an afterthought. You can have the perfect trailer, the perfect tow vehicle, the perfect destination, but if your tires fail, none of it matters. Nothing ends a trip faster or more dangerously than a blown tire at highway speed. Tires are the only thing connecting your tow vehicle and your rig to the road. Every pound of your trailer and truck, every mile you travel, every bump, sway, and turn, it all rides on 4 small patches of rubber. And here's the truth most people don't realize. When you're towing, your tires are under massive stress. heat, weight, friction, speed. They're working harder than almost any other component in your towing setup. Ignore them and they will fail you. Now, let's clear up one of the biggest misconceptions out there about tires. Not all tires are created equal. There are two main types that we need to understand. ST tires, or special trailer tires, and LT tires, or light truck tires. Trailer tires, ST tires, are specifically engineered for towing. They have stiffer sidewalls, higher load capacity, and less flex to reduce sway. They're not designed for comfort. You want comfort? Buy a Cadillac. They're not designed for comfort. They're designed for stability. Now, the other LT tires, or light truck tires, are built for steering, braking, and ride comfort. They flex more, which is great for driving, but not ideal for towing heavy trailer loads. Bottom line, if you're towing a trailer, especially a large RV, you want tires built for the job at hand. Choosing the right tire isn't about brand names or flashy marketing. It really comes down to three things. One, load rating. Your tires must be rated to carry the amount of cargo you're going to be towing. Your tires must be rated to carry the full weight of your trailer plus a safety margin. Never run at the edge of your tire's capacity. Two, speed rating. Most trailer tires are rated for 65 miles per hour. That's right. Even if traffic is flying past you at 75 or 80, you should be driving at 65 miles per hour or less. Pushing beyond that builds heat, and heat is the number one enemy of tires. And three, build quality. It's a vital factor. Build quality. Look for steel-belted radial construction, reputable manufacturer that you've actually heard of, and avoid these cheap off-brand endpoints when possible. For a number of years, they had tires called China bombs. They were tires that were made in China and would blow up as you're driving down the road. Saving a few bucks on tires can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars and leave you on the side of the road. If there's one thing that you take away from all this, it's this. Tire pressure is everything. It's critical, and it's so easy to deal with. Tire pressure is everything. Underinflated tires, they flex too much. They build heat, and eventually they fail. Overinflated tires, they wear unevenly. They lose traction. They ride harsh. Proper inflation means better fuel efficiency, longer tire life, safer towing, and a far less chance of a blowout. Check your tire pressure before every single trip. Say that again. Check your tire pressure before every single trip. Not when you stop for gas, not after driving, not when you feel like it, before you roll, every time. Here's another surprise. Tire trailers often age out before they wear out. Even if they look fine, most experts recommend replacing trailer tires every 3 to 5 years. Why? Because rubber breaks down over time. UV exposure from the sun, temperature swings, sitting idle for long periods of time. All of this weakens the tire from the inside out. There's a reason those big rigs use tire covers. With older tires, you should look for sidewall cracks, any bulges, uneven wear, and always check the DOT date code on the tire because old tires can look perfect right up until they explode. Check out the date of when the tire was manufactured. You know, tires ain't sexy. They're not flashy. They're not exciting, but they are the difference between a smooth journey and a roadside disaster. It's real simple. Take care of your tires, and your tires will take care of you. Ignore them, and they'll remind you the hard way. Here's something else that a lot of RVers don't think about. Where your tires are made matters. Now, it's not as simple as saying one country is better than another. It's nothing political or anything else like that. But manufacturing standards, quality control, and materials of how these tires are made do vary, and they are important. Higher end tires, often made in the United States, Japan, or parts of Europe, Italy in particular, tend to have stricter quality control standards and they have more consistent performance over the life of the tire. Lower cost imports can be hit or miss. Some are fine, others not so much. So when it comes to tires, what should you look for? Start with the DOT code on the sidewall. It tells you where the tire was made, when it was manufactured, and you can also look for uniform tread patterns, a clean sidewall construction, and a solid reputation among other RVers. Come the Firestone Endurance, for example. No, Goodyear Endurance, but a major brand. Because here's the deal. A tire doesn't usually fail from one big flaw. Usually doesn't fail when you run over something on the tire on the highway and like that. It fails because of small weaknesses undetected over time that you can't really see. So replace those tires every 3 to 5 years. Another question that often comes up is there a best time to buy tires? When can I get a deal? Timing your purchase can save you money. The best times to shop for tires are typically in the spring and fall, right before the active travel season. And you get retailers will run promotions, manufacturers offer rebates. You'll see package deals, install discounts. Avoid waiting to do this right before a big trip. I did, and it was a nightmare. That's when you're rushed. You're more likely to overpay and just settle. Plan ahead, and your wallet and your safety benefit. Now let's talk about something else that's overlooked all the time. Tire balancing and alignment. Proper wheel balancing means your tires spin evenly. It reduces vibration, wear, fatigue on your suspension. Alignment ensures that you track straight. That's so you don't veer or drag or wear unevenly. Both are critically important, tire balancing and alignment. If your steering wheel is a little off, you're going this way, but it feels like you're steering that way. Your tires are wearing unevenly. Those are big red flags. For trailers, it's a little bit different. You don't really need to worry about that too much, alignment too much. Most trailers don't require traditional balancing of tires like a car, but alignment still does matter. You can have a bent axle, worn suspension components, poor weight loading. These can all cause tires to wear out too quickly and dangerously. If you notice one tire wearing before the other, feathering or cupping of the tire, yeah, or the trailer pulling slightly, it's time to get things checked out because bad alignment doesn't just cost you tires, it can affect your stability on the road. At the end of the day, good tires, maintained, properly inflated, and properly aligned, are one of the smartest investments you can make in your RV setup. It'll provide you some peace of mind. You can't see inside a tire, but you can feel it When something goes wrong, you will definitely feel it. Most tire failures start long before the blowout. Here are a few other things most RV owners don't realize. Number one, tread depth isn't everything. A tire can look brand new and still be unsafe. Dry rot, internal breakdown, and age are often bigger factors than tread wear. Rubber ages even when you're not driving. Number two, just sitting in park is hard on tires. RVs and trailers sit for long periods, and that actually causes tires to degrade faster than driving it on a daily basis. Flat spots, UV damage, internal cracking, all of it adds up. And number three, temperature matters. Hot pavement in the summer, that alone can push your tires to failure if they're underinflated or overloaded. If there's one upgrade I can strongly recommend, it's a tire pressure monitoring system, a TPMS. This gives you real-time alerts for pressure loss, overheating, slow leaks. It's like having an early warning system before a small issue becomes a big one. For towing, that's huge. And you can get a good one for around $350. Now let's talk tire warranties. In general, I'm not a big fan of extended warranties, but you need to ask yourself, are they worth it? And the answer is it depends. Most standard tire warranties cover things like manufacturing defects, premature failure, but here's what they usually don't cover: road hazards, nails, blowouts from impacts, improper inflation or overloading. Most either have a calendar or a mileage limitation of how long the warranty will last. But that's where road hazard warranties come in. And for RVers and people towing long distances, they can make a lot of sense. Because when a tire fails on the road, you're not just dealing with replacing the tire. You're dealing with delays, possible damage to your trailer, safety issues, and sometimes expensive roadside service. If the warranty is reasonably priced, it can really be cheap insurance. But always, always read the fine print, because not all tire warranties are created equal. At the end of the day, tires aren't just another part of your rig. They are your very first line of defense and your very first line of safety. Treat them right, stay ahead of problems, and they'll carry you safely wherever the road leads. Ignore them, and they'll decide exactly when your trip ends. By the way, they don't care about your schedule. Take care of your tires, and they will take care of you with years and miles of smooth, safe towing. Hey, I want to thank you so much for coming by. We really appreciate it. And please like and subscribe and tell your friends. And Send us an email. Send us pictures of your rig. We'd love to see your trailer, new or old. We also did a great segment on Dragonfly. That's our classic 1969 Shasta compact camper. And so we love not only new ones, we think the 10-year rule is ridiculous. Some of the classic trailers I've seen look better and are better than new ones. So there you go. Anyway, thank you so much for coming by. Please make it a point to come by again and subscribe, and we'll tell you exactly what's what. We've got some other special things going on, like we're working on some discounts for you and some other special things. So thanks so much for coming by. We really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends, and we'll see you next time, and we'll see you out and about.